What's up, everybody? Renato Moicano here, UFC lightweight fighter of UFC and UFC 289 yesterday. And right now, I want to talk about Charles Oliveira, Benil Dariush, and Islam Makhachev. Yesterday, against the odds, Charles pulled out a finish and he did a great job against Dariush. But let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. I think the fight to make right now is Charles versus Islam. Definitely, you don't have any fight. I saw Islam will gonna try to duck Charles. I don't have a doubt about that because Charles represents, of course, a risk on Islam, and Islam already beats him in a very impressive fashion. So it's gonna be hard to do the same thing with Charles again. But in a minute, I'm gonna give you guys my opinion, what I think about this fight, Charles and Islam too. But before that, I want to talk to you about Charles and Dariush. Uh, I was thinking, and odd makers and a lot of specialized media and a lot of people, a lot of fighters were thinking Dariush will be able to control Charles on the ground and get a decision over Charles. And this almost happened. If you guys see the fight, if you guys watch the fight closely, right now Charles finished him, so everybody is very high. But remember the beginning of the fight, Dariush was able to control Charles on the ground a little bit. When Charles got stand up, he hurt Dariush on the feet and finished on the ground. But remember, guys, Islam is very different when in the wrestling department. You know, Charles is a way better striker than him. Charles is a way better jiu-jitsu guy than him. But on the clinch, on the Islam is not gonna. Charles is not gonna be able to get so easily. You know, if Islam will take him down, it's gonna be very hard for him to recover. And remember, on the first round, second round, third round, that's gonna be hard to get a finish after the second of the third round. And I just feel it's a bad matchup for Charles. But don't count him out. You know, he can beat Islam, he can finish Islam, but it's all about the odds. You know, for me, the odds of Charles beating Islam, it's a hard fight for him, stylistic, you know, because Charles does what he does all the time. He got hurt and he get back, but sometimes you don't have the opportunity to get back, you know, because a guy like Islam, if he put you down, it's gonna be very hard for you to stand up, to get up, and to hurt him. But that's not impossible. Some people did on the past. Adriano Martins knocked him out, so it's not it's a difficult task, but it's not impossible. And of course, I would rather to watch a Brazilian champion than a Russian every day of the week. So it's not that I'm hating on Charles. You know, for me, it's better have Charles on the belt than Islam. It's all about that. You mean I support Brazilians. Yesterday was very good for Brazilians, and I'm very happy for Charles. I'm very happy for his story. But just stylistic is a very hard fight for him, but it's the fight to make. But no matter what, I like that jiu-jitsu is being represented on the top again. Like I say, Dariush was a jiu-jitsu guy, Charles was a jiu-jitsu guy, so doesn't matter what, jiu-jitsu is next for the title shot. And let's see. I hope Charles get a little bit better on the distance. You know, keep the fight on the distance because he has more power than Islam. His strike is better than Islam, and of course his jiu-jitsu is better. But if I had to put money, I would put money on Islam. Las Vegas odd makers, all these guys, they know the job. Sometimes they messed up, but yesterday the odds were pretty close. So a lot of people say, but they were wrong yesterday. No, not they were wrong, but not too much. If you see the odds, Charles was plus 100. That's very little underdog, and Islam was minus 130. Very little underdog. When the odds are like that, they are saying, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen, my brother. So remember, money, always talk, and odds is all about money, and they don't want to lose money. So that's the why the odds were too close. Okay, so let's see. I am curious to see what will be the odds against Charles versus Islam, and I hope Charles does well and get the belt and bring one more belt for Brazil. And let's see what's going to happen. I don't know. Let's see if UFC wants to put the fight, if Islam wants to uh, to fight Charles, because I think he's going to avoid, and he's going to try to fight a guy like Gaethje that is stylistic easy for him than Charles. Uh, that's it. That was my thoughts on Charles and why I think Islam beats him on the rematch. And let's go. Please support the channel. I am just giving my opinion. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm right. Who gives a fuck, bro? I don't care. I just trying to go over there and to talk to you guys about how I feel about the fights. Okay. So please let me know in the comments what you think. Islam beat Charles on the rematch. Charles beat Islam on the rematch. I don't fucking know. But that's what my thoughts. I think Islam get the job done. Maybe a decision. I don't think he finished Charles again. Charles is motivated. And another thing is I like that Charles talk about money. The guy has the most performance bonus and fight bonus on the UFC. So Charles is a really champion, and was amazing watch his fight yesterday. Let's go. Money Moicano. Thank you for the support. Us.